I don't have money to be filing lawsuits against every single person who restreams me or steals my content. Good news is I also don't care because I'm doing so well for myself. I have a great positive following. I get people who support all my content. Why would I care that they do that? I'll be successful every single day that I want to. No, they're not affecting me at all. Someone just asked. Someone brought it up, so I respond. I don't have money to be filing lawsuits against every single person who restreams me or steals my content. It's too frivolous, it's too time-consuming, and it's too expensive. That's number one. I'll be successful every single day that I want to. Good news is I also don't care because I'm doing so well.
Hello, fellow detractors. Let us come together, and not in any of the fun ways, and let's talk about what happened yesterday with DSP. Holy. Crash out after crash out after crash out. I did a couple of videos talking about what happened last night with Street Fighter 6 and the fallout from that. And then I also did a video about the daily fap that he did last night. More whining, more crying. But what I didn't really get to talk about is what happened on his podcast, morning, whatever the fuck it is. The part where he blabs for 90 minutes and basically talks to himself. So what we're going to do is Memology has a little clip here. And it probably doesn't go over everything because it's only like 13 minutes long. But we're going to watch this, and supposedly he'll be showing up a little bit early because he's going to do what the fuck is it? The morning show? We'll see. It doesn't matter. Big ups to everybody. Thank you for being here. Let us, as soon as I get my shit together here, which is debatable from time to time. Okay, let us do this.
Love it. And you know, it's that stuff's positive, and there's other stuff that's positive behind the scenes, but the fact that I might lose my fucking house over something that I have nothing whatsoever control over or to do with, that's the worst feeling. Papa Slapnuts did a $5 super chat. What a name, Papa Slapnuts. Oh. When are you going to play Crimson Desert? And literally as he says that, on the other side, on the kick, someone tagged me and says, are you playing Crimson Desert? We played Crimson Desert. Did you not see Friday what we did? Or Thursday what we did? We played it.
Oh, we saw it. Jerry, big ups, honey. Thank you for the 5 gifteds. I appreciate you.
For nearly 5.5 hours. Nice attack. I'm not trying to capitalize on it. He actually took 75% of my health. Dude, this is just awful garbage. Made by complete fucking brainless twits, and they expect $70 for this garbage. Well, here's the thing about Crimson Desert, and I'm gonna be honest. You guys know me, right? I'm always super honest up front, and after
if you're known for anything, DSP, you're known for your honesty. That's what I think about.
I've said my piece, I say my piece, and I move on. I don't dwell on it, so I really need the help. If you could tip me.
That's why this is like the 6th time that he's talked about Crimson Desert and crashed out about it. Yeah, because he does not dwell. If it's one thing we know him for, it's the honesty. If it's one thing that we don't know him for, it's he totally doesn't dwell on anything.
Today, it helps me more, and I need that money. I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill. And if you want to see me continue to be able to do this as my job, you want to help the efforts to keep bringing the fun gameplay streams every single day, I need positivity and I need support. You guys want to continue to see me upload videos to YouTube? At this point, since I'm making no money whatsoever on DSP Gaming, and I'm making almost nothing on KO Gaming, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment, I need you to help support everything. I don't sit here trying to grandstand. I don't try to...
Oh, no, never. Lazy Eyes, I agree. Yesterday was wild. I don't know if there's a better word for it. Big ups, Kazoo Kitty. How you doing?
Change people's hearts and minds, right? I just tell you, hey, here's my thoughts, and then that's it. I got plenty of things to do. That's the thing. I'm not just sitting here waiting for Crimson Desert to be a hit, and I need it to be successful in my content. I don't. I have tons of things to do, okay? It seems like some creators They just need a big game. And so because they need a big game, they thought Crimson Desert was going to be it. And Crimson Desert came out and a lot of people didn't like it. And they're like, oh crap, now what do I make content on? So they're like championing this game, absolutely insisting that people must like it, that if you don't like it, it's because you're not approaching it the right way. I hear these attitudes on the internet and I'm like, listen, some people, when they buy a video game, the only thing that they want is a satisfying gameplay loop. They just want something that they can unplug their brain and they can just sit there doing a menial task over and over, and that's good.
You mean like that Candy Crush mobile game that you play that you've spent $300,000 on? Yeah, that doesn't sound like something you'd be interested in at all.
Enough for them. There's entire genres of game based on that style of game. Whether they're mobile games, sim games, or all you do is a menial repetitive task. And to some people, that's actually genuinely relaxing because it unplugs them from the chaos of their daily life and allows them to do something menial, trivial, and repetitive. And that's enough for them to just gel and release their stress. Okay?
No.
But the combat is so undercooked, so not well designed, so implemented poorly that the
Nice clip from iRobot. I love that movie.
1 hour that I did combat in my 5-hour stream, I hated every moment. I know it's not for me. Like, I'm like, that's it. I turn it off. You know, why am I going to torture myself playing this further? Either fighting minions and general enemies is way too easy. Fighting the bosses is completely underdesigned and way too hard. At least it doesn't reset, but still, I mean, this is ass. No, there's no point. Like John Nepper says, would this be cool once you know the moves? What's the point? I'm killing everything easily. I just hold the trigger, it kills everything around me. The only time I get hit is if something cheaply hits me from behind or a barrel explodes that I can't see. There's no challenge or anything. It's just boring. It's just awful, boring repetition. That's the game. What am I playing this for? No, really. What am I playing this for? I don't have to play this. The game is awful. Yeah, I'm sure. That's why I fucking did it. I don't care.
Wow. I wasn't around to actually see him quit. I didn't realize that was how he did it.
I have a million other things to play that I'll enjoy better. I don't need to play this game any further. I've shown you what I've shown you. I've explained and justified my opinion. I'm done. Okay? But there are these people on the internet.
Okay, man, like this was Tuesday. You did all this on Thursday. I think you're the one who can't let it go. There's some reason why you're championing. Like when somebody just tries to make their point over and over and over, like incessantly, you know, and it's like what they keep going back to. It's just an interesting thing to me psychologically. Like, why are you campaigning for this specific point so hard? Unless you like feel bad about something, you feel guilty about something, you feel embarrassed about something, because I feel as if like if he was truly okay with quitting it, he would have just been like, I quit. This sucks ass. Fuck you. And we never would have heard anything about it again. Even if he would have got shit on about it. You know, like, okay, I'm not going to continue to speak on it. You can feel however you feel and you're entitled to. And that's fine. You know what I mean?
Internet who like absolutely, positively need you to see things their way. Okay? There are creators who are championing this game and they're like,
says the man championing and campaigning for you to see his way. And if you don't, then you're a knuckle-dragging moron.
You just don't get it. When you played Crimson Desert.
But that's what you're trying to tell us, honey, is that we just don't get it. And if we don't have your exact way of looking at things, then, again, we're some kind of idiot. Okay, guy.
The first time and you didn't like it, it's because you approached it with a mindset that's not of this kind of game. Don't you understand that this is just a sandbox? And in a sandbox, it's not about the story, and it's not about the combat. It's about the overall experience and the fact that it's huge and there's so much content.
I don't know who said this to him. This could be shout out to the voices in his head, or maybe somebody did legitimately say this to him. I don't know.
So stop nitpicking and stop going after certain aspects of the game, but instead have an open mind.
Can someone crack the window open? Phil's cope is unbearable. Right, open up the window. Let some of this cope out.
And understand everything is you can overcome everything. You just have to think differently, right? But I want you to think about that. If you have to explain to the general gaming audience that this game is different, maybe that's not a good thing. If you have to explain to the general gamer who all they want to do is pay money to play an enjoyable gameplay experience, if you have to hold their hand and guide them through the way to enjoy the game, maybe the game has some shortcomings.
They're not guiding you through how to enjoy it. They're guiding you through how to play it. I would imagine sitting down with a game and not understanding anything about it could be very frustrating. I think that's what this is ultimately like all about. It's like you're clearly very frustrated with this. So either the game didn't do a very good job of teaching you how to play the game, unlikely, or it told you you either didn't care or didn't listen or you're too fucking stupid to understand.
It's their fault, not the gamers, okay? Stop that. Seriously, games will never improve when you don't criticize them. Maybe that's the fault of the game and the game devs, that they didn't do a good job of making a game that was accessible, that was easily enjoyable, without someone basically giving you a guide on how to play it. Does that make sense? To give you an example of what I'm saying here. Yes, the one boss that I fought, okay? Basically, you can't fight the boss.
What?
What does that mean? That boss with the double drill arms, excavator, whatever the fuck his name is, right? You can't fight him. If you try to fight him head up, you have to grind and be over leveled to beat him. Basically, you need to get tons of health, tons of damage, stuff like that. The only other way to beat that boss is to actually experiment with all of the abilities in the game. So if you remember, there's a couple abilities in the game that we have already. There's one that's a palm strike, that's a stun. The basic palm strike does not affect him at all, but apparently if you level it up to level 3, it stun locks him. So he gets stunned, you can wail on him, and then it's charged again, then you do it again, and you wail on him, and that's how you beat him. It's actually like...
So go level up the palm thingy, like, to level 3 then. It sounds like you have a way to beat him. So go beat the boss then, which is optional and doesn't matter at all.
Like, simple as pie, right? Super easy, but you need to have had the powered palm. That's the only way to beat him with that move. Or, supposedly I've heard this too, you know how there's the ability you raise your sword to the sun and you like deflect light and it's supposed to like reveal things in the environment? Apparently it stuns the boss. Why? I don't know. That'd be the equivalent that you're playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and you know the puzzle mechanics you use to move stuff around and build carts and shit? Well, imagine the first boss, you can't ever hit him, but you have to use that to grab him and it beats him. Why? What does that have to do with the combat? I don't listen to criticism. I don't listen to...
Well, suppose it said that it reveals things to you. Perhaps it reveals a weakness. I have never known, I don't think anybody in the entire history of my life, which I'm not super old, but I'm not super young either. I don't think I've ever known somebody in the entire history of my life who lacks, and this is not like a hot take or anything new, but just lacks any curiosity at all. It's like if you were playing a video game where it's just a simple driving game and you're driving down the road, he would come to a fork in the road. You could go left or you could go right, but there's a sign off to the side that says go left. So he'll just go left. Like, well, what's on the other side of the road? There's no curiosity. There's no, I wonder what happens if I do this, or depending on like whatever setting that he's in or whatever characters that he's using, there's no, let me wander around, let me explore. Hey, what happens if I do this or that? Literally, if you don't stick your 2 fingers up his nose and fucking drag him through exactly where he's supposed to go, like, I've never known someone to just lack any and all curiosity about anything. Doesn't try different things, doesn't experiment with anything. He never says, well, what happens if I do this and then this, whatever the case may be. It's really quite something.
To suggestions, and I'm closed-minded on...
Like, clearly, the things that you read about how to beat this boss, somebody learned them. Somebody figured them out. Someone realized the palm thing. Somebody realized the sword thing. So why couldn't you? Not that I would expect you to figure out everything of every game, ever. That would be ridiculous. But you couldn't figure out one way to do something or make the executive decision that since you couldn't figure out anything right now, you would just leave and come back later. No, you've just decided that since you can't, brute force your way through by like ramming your fucking head into a wall, that you're not going to play it. This is so stupid.
Pig-headed and I'm stubborn and I'm an idiot and I don't adapt and I don't advance myself enough and I'm a dinosaur and I'm living in the past. But that's how you beat the boss. Seriously. Like apparently when that boss is going to go into the ground, you shine your sword at him and he gets stunned and then you can do a full combo and you just do it over and over. As soon as he goes to the ground, you shine again and you can beat. So basically that boss is an easy pushover, but you need to know how to beat him, meaning you need to cheat or you need to sit there endlessly experiment. So
right. You need to sit there and have some curiosity and experiment. And that whole, big thing you went off on the other day about how people need to use their brains and they need to think. Well, it sounds like you didn't use your brain, Mo Ron. How come you couldn't figure it out? Sounds like you're not thinking. Benny, thanks for being a member, honey, for 3 months. I appreciate you. Loving these lives. Got to catch this on the VOD. Appreciate you. Thank you.
I want you to think about this. They made a game that has combat, and you either use it to completely decimate boring opponents that are so easy to beat that it's insane.
Except for the one that you couldn't.
Mainly repetitive, grindy, and just not fun. Or you have to completely ignore the combat mechanics because they don't work in boss fights, and instead it's a puzzle. Like it's literally the equivalent of if you go to play Mega Man, okay? And the first boss is, I don't know, Top Man, okay? So how do you beat Top Man? Well, in Mega Man, you could beat Top Man by jumping around, dodging his attacks, and shooting him with the Mega Buster, or you could use his weakness. Now, I'm trying to remember what it is. Is it Hard Fist or whatever in Mega Man 3? I don't remember what his weakness is, right? Imagine if you're playing a game, and the only way to beat Top Man...
I saw he got flagged for, like, swearing too much or being too toxic. He got, like, mass reported or something. It's pretty funny.
And is to use the weakness. Nothing else works. If you don't have the weakness, you can't beat him. Oh, you took advice, Phil. How dare you? It's not a legit playthrough. Fuck you. And I mean that. If you're just here to sit here and bitch, go away. No one cares about you. We're here to have fun with this game. We're not here to sit people whining and saying the get good mentality. Fuck off. Tired of the shit. I'm not putting up with that shit on my streams. I swear to God, if I see people complaining, you're out of here. And I'm serious. I'm looking right now. The first person here who complains about this, get the fuck out. I'm gonna ban you. I'm not putting up with it. Now, I know people on YouTube are probably laughing hilariously, like, this is so stupid Phil has to say this. I know. How ridiculous is it that I can't just play games the way I want? Instead, I gotta have people constantly over my shoulder. Fuck off. That's Crimson Desert. Okay, so you need to know that when you're playing Crimson Desert, but how would you know it unless you already researched the game online and cheated yourself of a first-time experience with the game? This is why people don't like Crimson Desert. They all bought it. They went to play it. They said, this game is stupid. It doesn't play like another game. It's dumb. It's frustrating. The combat sucks. The bosses are too hard. This is stupid. And they all tapped out and left. And now, a week later, you got people who are like, you played it wrong. No, they didn't play it wrong. They played it like a video game. You know, like every other fucking game that's ever existed. That's how they played it. Like a normal person just saying, I want to spend money to sit down, grab my
When the power went out, I suggested he get a gas generator for the office.
controller and play your game and enjoy it. Not, I have to research 400 hours to fucking figure out the nuances of your game because it's so different from every other game, and then be shamed after the fact because I told you I didn't like that. Like, what are you talking about? To be honest.
Because it looks really bad that you have no curiosity, that you can't seem to see any further than the end of your nose. You just want to play a walking sim, press X to win. And I don't know, it just makes you look bad. That's all. It doesn't really matter. You didn't break any laws. You didn't kill anybody. It's not changing anything. I don't think that 3 or 4 or 5 hours is enough to really give a good review and decide really whether or not you like something, especially when I heard that like this is a pretty lengthy game. So I really don't think that like that's just enough time. But I mean, that's me.
Yeah, I think it's funny that there's creators out there that like they need people to like the game. And you got to wonder why. Is it because they were planning on making a bunch of content out of it? And because half the people don't like the game, they were worried that no one's going to watch the content? Is it because maybe a lot of these people were in cahoots to promote the game? And therefore, if half the people don't like the game, it's a flop? You know what I'm saying? And that's, I think, what this game's going to be. Everyone just goes online, looks at a guide, figures out how to beat everything, and that's how they go through the game. Going through the game genuinely trying to...
Perhaps you should try doing that. I say that with just the utmost seriousness. No shit talking towards you whatsoever. You just seem so incredibly unprepared and very bad at all of these games. I have yet to see you play a game where you're even somewhat like decent at the game. Perhaps some guides and some cheats and some hidden tips and tricks. They just might behoove you. I think about it. Honest to God, seriously, I've got nothing to win or lose by saying this. So it, like, I don't know.
Figure it out first time is actually horrible. It's not enjoyable because you just need to know the solution. Like every boss is a puzzle rather than a fight. Like, again, imagine you're playing a FromSoft game and you get to the first boss and there's no way to.
I don't want to imagine any of this. Coleman, thank you for the super chat, honey. I appreciate you. Hey, girl, people keep attributing a lot of traits to DSP, but one thing I don't see mentioned enough is total control freak. That is very true. Sorry for shit currency. Don't be sorry. You don't ever have to give me anything. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Beat the boss unless you have this special technique.
There must be people who like analyze these puzzles and like analytically they're like, okay, so what we gotta do? We gotta rotate this, we gotta do this, gotta do that. Okay, now we do this, do this, do this. And here's a guide on how to do it. And here's me.
Phil wants more tips than tricks. Ah, you see what you did there.
Oh, I pass. Oh my God.
That's the opposite mentality of what I like in a game. What I liked about Elden Ring is that I ran into the first optional boss, and even though it was insanely hard, I learned his pattern and I beat him within 2 hours, even though no one else did. I overcame that challenge, and that was fun and meaningful, and it felt great to do it, okay? In this game, you can't do that.
Remember, let's think back to Street Fighter last night. Remember, he makes positive, meaningful content. Positive, timeless. Don't forget that. Meaningful content. Veeks, thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. Stop saying dumb shit. Just say the game makes him mad. Also, please support the fucking stream.
This game, it's like, fuck it all. You just need to know the one way to beat each boss and cheese them, and then you get to the next part of the game. Like, that's stupid. It's also funny because some people are like, well, the game gets good 12, 20, 30 hours in. Most people don't have that time to waste anymore, all right? Once you get...
They're not wasting it. It's a hobby. It's something that they enjoy doing.
to be an adult.
Take a shot every time he says support, positive, meaningful, and chill. I'd be dead in like 17 minutes. I think anybody would be. I think the most accomplished, stellar drinker, like alcoholic, would be dead in like what? Like, yeah, 20 minutes?
You don't have 30 hours to waste to get to the good part of the game. You want the good part.
But isn't this your job? Don't you just like have nothing but time? Isn't this what you do? That'd be like walking into work and going, oh, I don't have any time to do this work. Yeah, you do. You're at work, asshole. That's what you do. Like, isn't that what you're here to do? Like, you play the game? What do you mean? You don't have time to waste. Does that mean you didn't hit the non-goal? Sounds like you didn't hit the non-goal.
Part of the game now.
I think that's really, because there's something deeper than whatever kind of bullshit you're trying to sell everybody, because it doesn't make any sense. When something doesn't make sense, it's typically a lie. So there's something underneath all of that. Could it be that you just didn't make $11 billion and that Crimson Desert didn't save the business?
Because that's why you bought it, to get enjoyment now. Not later, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, now.
Oh, I need my instant gratification clips. Damn it.
Get it? We want enjoyable games now, not games with delayed gratification.
Style show. Now I do it every day. But these
I did my whole instant begification video. I need my
are
clips.
things that took a while to get to. Do you understand? These are not instant changes, instant gratification, instant wish granting. That's not reality. All right?
Oh, Memology, you put one in here for me. Thank you. Big ups, Memology.
You wanted to see me play indie games, great. But understand, I didn't have the means to do it. We had to get to a point where I could do it. Well, now I can do it. Well, now I don't want it anymore. So what are you, 3 years old? You're going to fucking pout and stomp in the corner and cry like a little baby? Oh, I didn't get it right away. What the fuck kind of mentality is that?
It's a great clip. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. That is so ridiculous and so unfucking stupidly mature.
My life is stressful enough. I don't.
So fucking unstupidly mature? What? If you're unstupid, which isn't a thing, then you're not stupid. So that's so intelligently mature? Huh? Oh, honey, stop drinking.
Need to have delayed gratification for a game I paid to enjoy. That's stupidity. That's called bad game design. And if people don't get it in 2026, I don't know what else to tell you. You need to give people good parts of a video game at the beginning, the middle, and the end. Not all in the middle and end. It's got to be at the beginning too.
This dude just doesn't make like any fucking sense. Like I can't. I don't have words. Let's
Or else there's no
go.
fucking point in playing the game. I'm not grinding through garbage to get to the good stuff because you don't know how to pace a game because you're a hack. That's
Didn't that one game like drop him right into combat or something? That one that he freaked the fuck out about. That Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 or whatever. Wasn't the first thing like you were on some kind of battlefield or something and he like didn't know what the fuck was going on? Maybe I am confuzzled.
no content.
Okay, so he has shown up. He hasn't been here for long. So much for being here early for the stupid morning show. Oh, wow. I thought we would have like at least a little bit of skip juice. Although I'm early too. Did he ever try Helldivers? He did. And didn't people like, they didn't keep killing him. Weren't they just like leaving him behind or something? It was pretty funny.
Righty, everybody. Good morning and welcome to the show. It is time for the DSP Morning Show here on DSP Gaming for Wednesday, the 25th of March.
Yeah. That's right. You heard him. Good morning, 40 minutes before noon.
2026. Nice, chill vibes today. Relaxing, chill, fun. No
Let's see how fun this is. Taking all bets on how fun this is going to be.
stress. All right? We're totally mixing it up after yesterday. Hooey. Yesterday was something else, let me tell you guys. I'm very happy to have it be a fresh day, a fresh start. And, you know, starting off on the right foot, I hope. How y'all doing today? I hope that everyone's doing well. It's actually quite early. It's only 11:19 a.m. Usually I wouldn't
Yeah, that's very early. Wow.
start this show till like 11:30. But I'm here. I wanted to get a head start. I wanted to chill.
By 11 minutes. This man's idea of time is so fucked.
And relax and talk. We have a lot of good stuff to talk about today,
Okay.
including a schedule change for Friday as a direct result of some stuff that happened yesterday on stream, and some Nintendo news. 2 different Nintendo-related news stories.
I thought those you did on the podcast. Thought the morning show was just the hangout session where you were trying to build up an audience. He does sound very defeated. I agree.
That I'm excited to share with all of you. Good stuff. Of course, we're going to talk about yesterday.
But I thought we were going to start everything off. We were going to wipe that slate clean of yesterday. Now, you know he can't let that shit
And
go.
what went down. Not a good day, but I guess
Tell us all about it, boo-boo. We've been waiting. Please, give me the salt. Hook it through my fucking
you
veins.
can't win them all. You know what I mean? In life, you're going to have days that aren't so good. And as long as you can find a way to bounce back, right, and have a good day outside of the fact that you had a bad one, you know, don't
There's no difference. They're the same show. They always have been, but now at this point, he just doesn't even try, I don't think. Why talk about shit from yesterday? Honey, he's still salty about it. That's why.
let it dwell. Don't let it bring you down long term. That's kind of the attitude that I have. And I want today to
You already sound like you've got absolutely no energy. How late were you up drinking? How late were you up pulling Hogan's? Did you get any sleep? Good Lord. I've been up all night making videos about your fucking crash outs and meltdowns. Come on, man. Get a little pep in your step.
Be a better day than yesterday, right?
Today will be a better day than yesterday. We'll just, we'll move on. We'll move forward positively. And yeah, great, man. Great job.
So, how y'all doing this morning?
Better than you.
First of all, how's everyone? We don't have a lot of people, to be honest. It looks like people are just starting to join, probably.
You just started. Like, what do you want?
Because they had no idea I would start as early as
Like, who do you think you are that you would hit, like, go live and, like, thousands of people would show up? Like, who the fuck are you?
I did. And that's totally okay. We're going to chill for about an hour before we jump into Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, a major stream of progress. We have unlocked the 5th and final character in the game. We're actually starting to unlock some great classes and abilities, because now it's not just the standard jobs, but now we're getting these hybrid classes like Gladiator, Sage. What was the other one? There was another one as well that I just unlocked that looked really good. And some of these abilities are becoming really good. Very damaging to the enemies. So...
What the fuck are you talking about?
To be honest with you, I do hope that the difficulty will pick up. And the reason I say that is the game is kind of easy. I don't know why it's so easy.
Yeah, it looks like he was just up late drinking.
It's not like the game had difficulty levels or whatever. It is a turn-based RPG, and I have not... I certainly have not grinded, right? Like, you haven't seen me going around just grinding extra levels or anything like that. I'm just playing it naturally. So, yeah. I'm having a good time with the game. I can't wait for more. And I hope that you guys will stick around for Dragon Quest VII.
And, of course, give me all your fucking money.
After this stream, it's very chill fun. We could...
You think he's going to be extra mild now because he's afraid of his streams getting age restricted? I would assume he would like tone down the swearing and maybe not be. He seems to be awful hostile with people lately. Maybe he will address like less people to maybe like look less hostile. I don't know. I swear a lot. I don't know. I've never had any problem, like knock on wood. Like, I don't know a whole lot of people who like openly just like swear worse than I do. But I have no idea. Trolley, thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. This upcoming Palm Sunday, Phil is going to have a marathon show with Rosie and her 5 sisters. I believe that's on May 1st, but I can still appreciate the joke. Big ups, honey. Thank you. Skybomb, thanks for being a member for 11 months. Hey to you. Hope you're good.
While I play a fun classic modern take on the classic RPG is what I should say. Bardikit, thank you. Bardikit has started support today with 100 kicks on Kick. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Look how happy he is. Look how happy he is for that. Thanks for the 100 kicks. Somebody, like, life check. Like, somebody check his pulse.
Let's get that up on the leaderboard as our first contribution of the day.
Look at that face. Jesus Christ. I'm not even judging like how he like looks like on like an attractiveness level, because I'm never going to be on a magazine either. But like so miserable. Like this is just rough.
Thank you. How is the temperature? Today the temperature is going to be all over the place because when the sun is out today, because it is sunny, it's going to be warm. But if the sun goes away, it'll be cool. It's kind of that weird in-between season right now. It's not hot, it's not cold, it's kind of like weird because it can be variable
Oh, we get a weather report
during the day. It's not raining today, so it actually will likely go in and out of heat. So that's why I'm wearing shorts and short sleeve stuff today.
I don't know who asked, I don't know who cares. Thanks.
Layla the Witch asks, do I think GTA 6 will be $100 for the standard edition? I have no clue. Here's the thing. There's no reason for us to talk about it. We have no information. Zero.
Why? It's fun to speculate. Hell, if I didn't speculate, I'd never live stream. What are you talking about? It might be fun to talk about it. we're not going to talk about it because we don't know any like facts or evidence. Yeah, she said, do you think? She wasn't looking, she, Layla, well, who knows anymore. They're looking for your opinion. I don't know why, but
All we've seen is, well,
midlife crisis. Maybe he's starting to realize he's pissed his entire life away. I guess maybe at 43, almost 44, I suppose you could have like a midlifer. I don't know. I'm 41. I'll be 42 at the end of the year. I don't think I've had a midlifer. I had a crisis when I turned 30. So I had like one of those, oh my God, what the fuck am I doing with my life? So maybe that's hitting him. I think he's known that he's a big pant load. And I think he's known that for a significant amount of time. I think he tries really hard to convince himself he's not, but deep down, I think there's some self-awareness in there, but not very much.
a trailer. So until we actually get
Phil might apply for a second bankruptcy before we get GTA 6. That's possible.
concrete information about this game, what it contains, content, how long
43 is too young. I was good till about 49. Yeah, I think that's like the rant, like 50, or like when dudes go through like their midlifey thingy. But this dude has been like sheltered for the last 20 years. I don't know.
long it's going to be, etc. There's no reason to speculate on any of this stuff. Could it be $100? It could if it's the longest game ever. So let's see what happens, right? Okay.
I don't know that he falls asleep crying. I think he falls asleep drunk and in his feelings and, probably emotional. I'm 48, haven't had a midlifer yet. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same for like men and women. Like I say, I had a little bit of a crash out when I turned 30. I'm 41. I don't seem to have anything like that going on, but again, I think he's known the direction that he's going in for quite a while. Here's the thing. If he really didn't know, he wouldn't beg like he does. He'll tell you, oh, everything's great, everything's fine. Well, if that's true, then what you begging so hard for? He knows where he's at. I'm going to be 30 in November. I'm not ready. Well, don't feel bad. I'll be 42 in November. There. Maybe that'll make you feel better. It's okay, honey. You'll get through it. I promise. The 30s are the new 20s. I promise.
I can't speak. Virtual Boy defeats DSP. I'm going to address you directly, and I'm going to address the Kick audience, okay?
Oh, please. Please be the saltiness that we need. Come on, chat. Cross your fingers.
So last night, what happened was completely unacceptable behavior.
Oh, everybody sit, get your popcorn, get your snacks, get your drinks, smoke what you got, do what you got to do. Last night was unacceptable. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, Detractor Simba, holy fuck balls. Thank you, honey, so much for the 20 gifteds. If you were lucky enough to get a gifted from Detractor Simba, please say thank you. It's a very nice thing to do.
What do I mean by that? I mean, last night I was trying to play Street Fighter 6, okay? And I was already incredibly frustrated because the game is very difficult to play online. Okay, it is. It constantly has issues with dropped inputs and the like.
No, it doesn't, but okay.
The connections are not consistent. If you haven't noticed, I can't get consistently good matches anymore. Like when I used to play this thing online, I used to get 20, 30 milliseconds all the time. Now I get like 60, 70 on average.
So what? So
the game lags every time I play it. I'm also trying to play with a brand new character I'm not very good with. I'm trying to learn on the fly. So it's a very stressful situation, okay? Last night, the Kick chat took that opportunity to basically try to take advantage of the situation. They knew that I could not moderate while I was playing this game. So they decided to completely spam the chat with absolute garbage, okay? Over-the-top nonsense. Complete hate. Not even like razzing and fun. Just complete and utter uncontrollable vitriol. All right? It was incredibly toxic. And I actually have a few people who behind the scenes contacted me and asked me personally why I even keep Kick Chat open after last night.
Yeah, you shouldn't. But you don't want us to have the dub because we know you need to get rid of it. Everybody here knows you need to get rid of it, but you're not going to. So, yeah, people are starting to wonder why you're doing this to yourself.
Okay? I'm just being real with all of you, all right? And to be honest with you, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed because...
Oh, he hit you with the I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. Ooh, here comes the guilt trip.
We've talked about this. Like, I'm totally okay with having Kick running and having Kick Chat open.
But haven't you openly said that you know that Kick is all trolls and they shit on you and they make fun of you and you've just decided that you don't care? Like, I mean, are you just keeping it because, like, you think detractors will get a dub or maybe Kino Casino will get a dub or something? Like, this looks so bad, dude. Like, just stop.
As an alternative to YouTube chat, because the way I look at it is this. YouTube side is people who usually have been with me longer. You know, I've only streamed on Kick for 1.5 years, right? We're going on 2 years now almost, but about 1.5 years, right? So the people who are on YouTube usually have been around for longer. Usually, they're there for a good, productive reason. The YouTube viewers like the games I'm playing or just like me enough that they want to hang out with me. And so that's a good place where we can have engagement. We can talk.
Why would they show up to hang out with you? You said last night that you didn't engage and talk and have conversations with people in the chats because you're too busy playing Street Fighter. So I don't think anyone shows up to hang out with you. Yeah, Kino Casino wins if he leaves Kick. I know. I secretly know, but that's why I want him to leave. Because we'll all get a small piece of a dub if he leaves.
People are usually always talking about the game and stuff in the YouTube chat. And I'm kind of used to that. To be honest, the moderation on YouTube is much better than Kick. It just is. On Kick, there's so many ways around things, right, that we've talked about. People, I mean, I banned people 1 year ago and they could still contribute with pop-ups and shit. It's really silly how Kick has not really fixed moderation at all, and they just kind of remained uncontrollable, right? On the YouTube side, I absolutely am able to make it a safer environment, a more calm and chill environment for the chatter. Hence, the person who likes me and my content will usually gravitate.
It's not just yesterday. He's fucked up about something else, too. You think? You got to share. You got to share this, Jerry, if you know something.
Towards the YouTube side rather than...
If you've got an idea, I have to know.
The Kick side. Okay?
What else is burning his biscuits today?
But we kind of had this agreement, and we talked about it, that I'm okay.
Why are you doing this to me, Kick Chat? I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. We talked about this.
With having Kick and having the Kick Chat open, I understand that a lot of you guys are people who came from the Kino Casino side of things. You don't like me, but you're here to razz me and have fun and tease. I don't care about that.
Well, I mean, then why are we having this conversation?
All right, I really don't. You can sit there and make fun. But number one, when you get personal...
However, as somebody here says in the Kick Chat, however, if we were donating $150 a day to you, you would be praising us. And that right there is it. That is correct. Because this person right here, you can say whatever the fuck you want about him. You can say whatever the fuck you want about anything, as long as you write it on a $100 bill.
And you start saying messed up stuff that has nothing to do with what's going on the stream. That's unacceptable. That's number one. Number two, when you spam the...
Yeah, he did get flagged for like too much swearing or something.
Chat so much...
Being toxic.
Much that literally no one can talk who wants to say something normal or positive. That's also unacceptable. And last night, both of those things were happening. Like literally you had people who were saying the most vile, nonsensical stuff.
Well, I think a lot of things hit him yesterday, and I don't disagree with you at all, Jerry. Usually he does just kind of say, okay, fuck it, we're moving forward. He does seem particularly defeated today, and I think a lot of shit happened. Neither stream hit the non-goal. That's number one. Kick Chat fucking destroyed him. That's number two. He can't play his little card game walking sim thing anymore because he wage quit it. And I think that there's a number of things happening here that are making it probably worse.
And then we're spamming nonstop the chat. So there was no way that anyone could actually get noticed to talk to me on Kick Chat last night. Okay? And it was done on purpose. Like I said, It was
He keeps trending on like live stream fails and Twitter. I think he's still fucked up about like the Crimson Desert thing. So there's a lot happening here.
done because they knew that I was getting tilted and I was crashing out playing Street Fighter 6 with Alex. They saw that the game was kicking my ass. And they, hey, now let's really fucking twist the knife in the wound. Let's
Remember, we were starting fresh. We were going to have a positive, good day. Remember that. Ooh, there's a nice face. I'll be taking that. Click.
piss him off even further. You know what I'm saying? And that's not cool. I'm just being, you know, again,
This sad music like really isn't helping his case either.
I'm trying to be honest with you guys. It's not cool. There's a difference, all right, between we're here to make fun. I get that. I can laugh at myself and my shortcomings and, oh, he's an e-beggar and he sucks at Street Fighter and rages and this and that and all that shit. I can roll with that. I can't roll with it when you try to ruin that side of my streaming business by basically acting like a bunch of wild monkeys.
Well, you need to get rid of it because it's bad for business. I do honestly think people reached out to him and went, why are you letting this happen? Why are you continuing to let this go with wild abandon? Like, this looks really bad. I don't think 100 people reached out to him, but I think a few of his most favoritist dens probably did.
Which is exactly what happened last night. Okay? It's that serious. Now, the question is, how do you move forward with that? Right? Do I turn off the fucking kick stream?
Yes, you do.
Do I close the kick chat and just stream with no chat?
No, you get rid of it. I need this in my life.
Do I have heavy moderation?
You can't get anyone to mod for you, dude.
Like, what do I do? I don't know. But when people literally told me, we cannot enjoy your
Is this his funeral music or yours? Oh no, I'm loving this. I'm not dead. This is for him.
stream because of that level of behavior, it's not me saying it, it's viewers. Viewers outright contact me. People who I know and trust from over the years have contacted me and said, that was messed up, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's not right that they're doing that.
Maybe the funeral music is for Kick. Oh, he banned somebody. I don't know what they said.
So what do you want? You know, here we go. Two idiot sock accounts. Let's get rid of them.
Aww.
See what I mean? Immediately they start with the spam.
Honey, you're whining and you're complaining and you know, it like this is like the open savannah, sir. You can't show weakness. When you show weakness, the lions know who to pick off. Like, what's wrong with you?
I'm in the sock nonsense. Like, you're not
It's time for him to get off the internet and get a real job. It's time for him to get off the internet. That's for sure.
gonna have it. Okay? So, what are we gonna do about it? I don't know. I'm certainly not happy. You know, how could I be happy about that level of nonsense and behavior? It's just not right. Again, it was malicious. That's the difference. Okay, there's I'm someone who maybe I don't like this guy, or maybe sometimes I get enjoyment out of him and I like making fun of him, versus this is malicious.
Who said this? Show us. That's true, Jesse. He could have just made it up and this is just like how he feels, but he says that other people, you know, reached out to him. But honest to God, in this case, I really wouldn't be surprised. Like I say, if his most dentedest of all dent heads reached out to him and were like, "Are you okay, Phil? They were really mean to you."
Let's try to ruin his stream for him. Because
Honey, you ruined your stream for you. Oh my God, these faces. Each one is more miserable than the last.
we're just fucked up. Okay? That's the difference between the two levels of behavior. All right. So, to be honest, yeah, I don't know. I want to think about how I'm going to approach it. What I'm happy about now is that we have a couple of days where things are going to be more laid back. Like today with Dragon Quest, with RimWorld, tomorrow with Pokemon.
Well, now that you've told them how much it bothers you, do you honestly think they're going to stop now? This is the funniest thing for me, but the worst thing that you could have done.
On, you know, and also Retro Rewind, for that matter. Well, more calm streams. I'll be able to check out the chat more, interact with chat more. If it gets out of hand, I can do something about it. as opposed to trying to relying on.
Can he collect Social Security? I highly doubt he is paying into Social Security. No, he's not 65, even though he looks it. He's in his 40s.
On a moderator to do it, which you can't always do because, you know, my moderators are volunteers. They're not expected to be there at all times. They're not expected to try to keep the chat in order, especially
Correct.
when it was that uncontrollable. Like, I'm not kidding. 90% of people on Kick Chat were spamming nonsense last night, and it just wasn't able to be controlled, even by a moderator. Like, what were you going to do? Shut down the whole that whole stream? I even saw both moderators that were there were trying their best and couldn't, you know, what are they going to do? So, anyway.
They probably reached out to you and said, dude, we don't get paid enough to ban the whole fucking stream.
Let's see what happens. All right? No. Bizarre Pronunciation says, let YouTube be the chill place, let Kick be the fun place. That's what I want. You understand? That's what I want. What you did last night.
Well, they were having fun. I think that's probably the first time the Kick Chat has ever truly had fun.
It wasn't fun. What you did last night was completely uncalled for, completely unacceptable behavior on anyone's chat. Do you get it? Like, no matter where someone's streaming, who they are, that level of behavior is not acceptable. Period.
Okay, so are you going to do something about it or are you not? Because you have now set a boundary. What you did last night was unacceptable. So is there a punishment now? Are you going to get rid of it? Because that's what you should do. Or are you going to do nothing and say that you'll think about it and then just keep allowing them to do whatever they want to do? I mean, what are we doing, guy?
All right? I want the Kick Chat to be fun. If literally all that was being said in the Kick Chat was like, ha, he sucks at Street Fighter, I don't care. But it was nonsense. Like, I couldn't do shout outs because people would try to do some kicks and they would fly off the screen because people were spamming 700 moral support messages that were all disgusting things.
Oh, yeah, all the moral support.
Okay? It was all personal insults and shit. It was nothing to do with reality. That's not cool. All right? It's not.
Well, take moral support away again. You've done that once already.
And it's funny because now, of course, they're trying to now deflect. Oh, well, what happened on YouTube? We'll talk about that. That's not even a problem. I'm serious. It's not. The problem is if I can't have people who want to be positive and have a good time, then there's no point in me streaming. You understand? Because some people seriously to this day still think, because they're so dumb, that the only thing I care about is income. It's not. It's one factor. But I want my streams to be positive, fun, interactive.
Not only do you have to give me hundreds and hundreds of dollars every day, you also have to fluff my ego and tell me how great I am all the time.
And a good time. If you can't do that because idiots came and acted like animals and would not behave like humans, then I don't want to stream anymore. You get it? Like, seriously, I don't. I don't want to make content that's completely uncontrollable just for the sake of making money. That's ludicrous. That's totally the opposite of the way that I'm going. Do you see what I'm saying? That's as I'm getting older, all right, and I'm getting more in line with chill values and better stuff.
What the hell are chill values? What?
I don't want anything to do with this. Okay, I don't. You idiots may think that this internet behavior is like, oh, it's all the rage and shit. It's not. I've been there. When I was in my 20s, I used to act like this. My early 20s, I used to troll the Street Fighter community. And now I look back at that time, I'm like, damn, I wasted a lot of time. I was young and I could have been doing so many better things with my life for myself.
Oh, now he's shaming everybody. You're all losers and you should go find something better to do.
And I squandered that time sitting on the internet trolling people on forums and shit because I was a fucking loser. That's the kind of person that acts like that, not an intelligent person who has something going for him. If you had something going for you, you wouldn't be trying to ruin someone else's life because yours would be so good you wouldn't want to stop spending time in your own life. You know what I'm saying?
If your life was so good, what they're saying to you, you would realize that they're just words and they wouldn't hurt your feelings so bad. Maybe if you had more going on in your life, you wouldn't care about this so much.
Okay.
This shit is fucking sad. He needs a therapist or a wife or something. How sick must she be of hearing about this shit? I wonder how much he actually like tells her about all this. Like, does he walk out of that room crying and saying that like they were mean to me? Hold me, I want to be the little spoon. Like, I don't know. That's weird.
Do I regret my rage last night? I regret getting so angry at Street Fighter because I always do. Like, that's the one game that gets.
Penny, you'd think you'd stop by now. For God's sake. Digital Melanin, thank you for the 5. Only the biggest of dents believes that he doesn't only care about the money. They give him money all the time to improve his mood, and they know it.
My goat because I grew up playing Street Fighter. I know what good competitive fighting games are. I've been there. I used to play in them in tournaments and shit. And what current Street Fighter is not that at all. It's so frustrating trying to play these games that here's really what kills me about Street Fighter 6. The online connectivity is not good. Doesn't matter what the FGC says it's not, okay? On a moment's notice, the game will start dropping frames of animation, and as it slows down, everything just fucks up. And the game will give random shit that you're not doing or half inputs. Okay, I couldn't tell you how many times last night tried to do level 1 super and it gave me uppercut plus kick, so it dropped half the inputs. It only did 1 input rather than 2. So it looks like I'm doing one thing I'm definitely not doing. That's on the game, not on me. Okay, and the problem with this,
oh yes, it's always somebody else's fault.
is in Street Fighter 6, if you miss 1 input, meaning you do 1 wrong move and you're wide open, literally, the game is designed with a crazy comeback mechanic that if you can punish one thing, you can do upwards of 60+% damage in 1 combo. And then the opponent is stuck in the corner, and this mini game begins where the opponent has to guess their way out, and it's chance if they do. So not only did the 1 mistake result.
Oh, who cares? You suck, dude. Ryan, thanks for being a member, honey, for a month. I appreciate you. I'm a rageaholic. I just can't live without rageahol.
And me now being at a massive detriment for the rest of this round, now I'm also stuck in the corner and have to do a mini game to.
Okay, let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. I tried to build up a little bit of skip juice so we can have it on 1.5.
Even resume playing a fighting game. That's terrible. All right, that's the opposite of what you want in a good competitive fighting game based on an entire lifetime of experience playing them since I was, 12 when I first played Street Fighter 2 or something like that. I can tell you wholeheartedly, Street Fighter 6's mechanics suck. The people who made it don't
My bad. I didn't mean to hit that.
understand what makes fighting games good. They just wanted to sell copies and make flashy comeback mechanics so people would buy the game. It's sad. All right? Now, I still play it anyway. Why? Because I love fighting games. Okay? And I want to play fighting games, but the only way that I can actually do so is to play what's out there. I can't play the games that I want because they're not playable. Can I play Fightcade? No. Can't play Fightcade because people will get my IP address and troll me. Okay? Can I play the classic collections? Sure, and no one plays them. Lag City, right? So, the only way I can play fighting games is to play the modern slot, which is really what Street Fighter 6 has become. It's just slot. So it pisses me off. No other game pisses me off like Street Fighter. Why? Because it's disappointing. That's why.
Because it's the only thing you were ever slightly known for like 5 seconds 20 years ago. And thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. So to recap, his big strategy is to milk sympathy and scold people that insult him by calling them names. Welcome home.
Ultimately, I know that fighting games could have gone in a different and better direction if the people weren't greedy who make them. But because the people are greedy, they've ruined an entire genre of games. And that disappoints me. You know what I mean? Like, it does. It makes me sad to say, wow, I guess we're never going to have good fighting games again if it keeps going in this direction. Never. So the thing is, when I play fighting games, we get views. We sometimes get support. It depends, right? But we'll get some support. We'll get people
Yeah, it depends on if Jax Raxer shows up. That's really what it hinges on.
excited. Particularly if it's a night when I'm doing well, then you're going to get that level of excitement. You know what I'm saying? Last night was the opposite. It was stressful. The game was not performing well. If you saw, just take a look at the connections that I was getting. And like I said, on average, it would say 4 bars, and I'd play it would be 70 milliseconds. That's not 4 out of 5 bars. That's just not even close. 70 milliseconds is laggy as shit for a fighting game, and it will drop tons of inputs and have problems, and it kept giving me those matches, right? So do I regret getting angry? What I regret is that it becomes a cascade that just...
That's not a no. That's not a no. Brockshake, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. What is lost on him is if there was a dropped input factor, it would benefit him too. His opponents beat him no problem, so Phil is 100% wrong. And big ups to Movie Sign for the 220. Great number. That 220, we love it. He did nothing wrong. He did everything correct.
It's worse. Meaning, once you get 1 or 2 bad matches, and you lose a match because it literally did not what you input twice or 3 times, and now you just can't come back from it. It just becomes a never-ending, like, tidal wave, right? You know what I'm saying? It just gets bigger and bigger. The rage builds and everything. And now it's like, well, I'm not going to play well now. Obviously, now I'm just going to keep playing worse. But what am I going to do? Cancel the stream? Obviously not. The hundreds of people on said stream. I got to keep going. I got to keep playing. But it's not enjoyable anymore. You know, there was a couple matches last night that were great. There were a few that I actually really enjoyed because it played well. But that does not make up for the fact that like half the time the game is not good. It's dog shit online, you know? And that's the future.
So stop playing it. This whole conversation is silly. You don't like it. You don't have a good time. And you're not getting paid for it. You're not getting paid the money that you want to be paid. I should say it more so like that. So stop then.
You're fighting games because you have an entire community in the FGC who want to gaslight. They want to gaslight everyone into thinking that that is good gameplay, that is
Who taught you gaslighting? Are you watching videos about yourself?
acceptable, that the connections are good, the gameplay engine is good. They're gaslighting everyone because they're so afraid that if people were honest about the game and about the online connectivity and how bad it is, that then no one would play Street Fighter 6. And then, oh no, now Street Fighter's dead. Now what do we do? Our hobby is dead, right? Or even our community, our competitive community is dead. Well, things don't get better if you sugarcoat and you gaslight. Things only get better when you're honest and you demand better. Hence why with Street Fighter 5, the game was out for 7+ years, and more than half of that, the game was terrible.
Clearly, things only get better when you manipulate and guilt trip, but okay.
It took the last couple of years for it to finally improve to the point where it was like a good game. That's sad that you wasted 5 years of your community time because you wanted to kiss butt. And Street Fighter 6 is not going to get better. It's not.
This isn't the flex that you think it is because you're still continuing to play the game, sir.
Not with the way that community acts.
This holier than thou attitude of like, ha, you're wasting time playing this stupid, shitty game. Didn't you just play the game?
It's just going to continue to be bad, okay? So, it is what it is. So do I regret that? The rage, what I regret is that it didn't result in an enjoyable time for viewership who wanted to see me play the game well. Because I couldn't play the game well. When you get that angry, you just can't. You're going to make tons of mistakes. You're going to play incredibly poorly. You're going to drop combos. You're going to drop moves. You're not going to be able to react. And then even when you do, the game still won't give you the input anyway, so it doesn't matter. You know? It just compounds the fence, compounded by the fact that the behavior of the people who were in kick chat, who were absolutely unacceptably acting like jerks. Okay? Just they knew what they were doing. They saw that I was tilted. They saw that I was crashing out. And they took the knife and they just twisted it in the wound like this. All right? To try to damage. And they did. You know? I couldn't have positivity at all from the kick side of stuff. It was sad.
Where are these people, Phil? Are they in the room with you right now?
Excuse me. So anyway, and on the YouTube side of stuff, of course, but what they did is they abused YouTube's algorithm because it's not what I thought. Remember I told you guys I thought that they flagged it for bad language? They didn't. They flagged it for nudity. I'm serious.
Oh, he got flagged for nudity. Fatal, thank you for the 3, honey. I appreciate you. This could be an all-day crash out. The whole morning show, quote unquote, is probably going to be this because you could tell by that defeated look on his face. I knew it when I was making the videos that I put out early this morning. I knew it in the middle of the night. Yeah.
Trolls mass flagged the stream on the YouTube side saying sexual content. And YouTube's algorithm is so dumb. Its AI is so dumb. It flagged the stream for sexual content because of Zangief.
Because of Zangief. Well, he must be one sexy motherfucker. Jerry, thanks for the 220. He's sorry. He's sad. Please give him money.
I can't make this up. I wish I was making this up. YouTube runs on AI like everything else now. Okay, it does. And it actually flagged the stream for nudity for when I was fighting a Zangief. Now, could I have gotten that reversed? Sure. I could have just restarted the stream and it would have been monetizable again. Or I could have appealed that decision.
Oh, yeah, that chair's moving. He's shaking, boy. He's riled up. He's ready to go.
And some human would have looked at it and would have removed it. This can happen, okay? But no, it wasn't nudity for the women. I swear to God, it was the Zangief, the one Zangief I fought because he was in the classic outfit and he basically just wearing underwear. They flagged the stream for nudity and the AI is so dumb it thought that Zangief was naked and it demonetized the stream.
Zangief let it slip. Uh-oh. What was it back in the day? Wardrobe malfunction. Damn, Zangief.
I wish I could make this up. I'm not making it up, okay? So, anyway, yeah. So, yeah, last night sucked, okay? Overall, yesterday sucked. Here's why. I love Slay the Spire 2. I think it's a completely unique game, and I've never played a game like that before. I played it for around 15, 16 hours now, and I love it. I love every minute I play it. I cannot get an audience for it. All right, I've tried everything. I tried to champion it. I tried to tell people how good it was. I talked about it in other videos and other streams. I said, hey, it's good, it's good. I can't get people to come by. We couldn't even hold 200 viewers on YouTube. Okay? We cannot get people to engage with it. Like, there's like 4 or 5 people who talk when I play it. And if they talk about the game, people are like, oh, well, you're holding Phil's hand. Well, what are they supposed to fucking do? Sit here and talk about, you know, golf?
If you'd let them talk about golf, that would be perfectly fine. Why can't they talk about golf if they want to? As long as they're not being rude to you or rude to anybody else in the chat or whatever, why shouldn't they be allowed to talk about whatever they want to talk about? That's ridiculous.
To talk about, I don't know, you know, what's going on in Greece or something. Like, it's a game stream. They're going to talk about the game. They're going to try to help me with the game.
I don't know if this is a LARPer or a ball licker, but I don't know how you manage to put out positive content every week with the vicious trolling you get. Appreciate it. Are we going to get the legendary return of Dick Lightning in DS2 anytime soon?
Like, that's the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people sit here and complain that they're helping me with the game. Well, that was the whole point of the stream. Okay? So I've tried multiple streams. I cannot consistently get people to show up for Slay the Spire 2, and it sucks because I love it. I want to play it more right now. I'm craving it. I love the game, and I can't. I can't get people to show up, so it's done. Like, I just can't play it anymore. What I would like to do is when the game updates and has more content, which it will, it's going to apparently have 7 more characters over the course of early access. I'd like to go back to it from time to time.
I agree, Digital Melon. I was waiting for the pity money. Don't worry, it's coming. Don't worry.
Okay? And what I'd like to do is check out the new content, right? But there's not much I can do.
Slay the Spire 2 on Twitch currently. People pulling 2,000 viewers easily. Sounds like a you problem, Unk.
I have to have people consistently showing up and supporting it, and they're not. Okay? So that already upset me. Already I was like, excuse me. Already I was like, man, that's very upsetting. It's a game I really like. And this is the textbook example. Okay? This is a textbook example. All right? 100% of a situation where people say things like, you should just play whatever you want, and I can't. I really wish that I could. I wish that I could just play whatever I want at all times, and I can't. It's not possible for me to just play whatever I want. I have to play when people will show up and engage and support. You understand? So it's like when you're not just doing this for a hobby, but you're doing this as a job. All right, that's life. Fair enough. Okay, so that's one thing that really upset me yesterday. And then on top of that, playing Street Fighter 6, knowing this is like the make or break stream to try to get Alex to master. And you might say, well, why is it a make or break stream? Because now what's happened is Alex has been out for a week in Street Fighter 6. Everyone knows the character in and out because that community literally just fucking sits there tryharding all day. Why? I have no idea. They certainly don't treat it like a hobby. They treat it like it's a full-time job, even though the vast majority of them will never play at a tournament level. They'll never go and...
You know, some people are just good at the video game and they actually don't have to practice for hours and hours and hours and hours. They practice a little bit. They don't have to sit there for days and days and days on end.
Win tournaments, be signed by a team, or make $1 playing it, but they all think they will. There's this weird try-hard mentality online now. It's not about fun. It's about immediately absorbing all tech at a moment's notice and regurgitating it, copy-pasting it onto the internet. Well, that's not fun. Because one of the most fun things about fighting games, in my opinion, is that I call it the era of discovery. When a new fighting game comes out, when a DLC releases or a new character is out, patches out, what happens is we get a situation where you have to explore. You have to experiment. You have to try new things. Whenever a new fighting game came out in arcades, that was cool. For like 2-3 months, you knew.
There you go. Here's a good message in his kick chat right here. You're playing ranked. Of course, they're going to try to win. Exactly. What do you want them to just stand there and let you like land free hits?
Every time you played that game was going to be a refreshing, interesting experience because now it's all new characters, the balance, the new combo systems, the new mechanics. It's going to be a while before people figure it all out. Today with modern fighting games, because everything is online and everyone is so desperate to be the first person to expose the tech, to make the video that gets viral views, to get the stream that blows up, to be the first to use something in tournament, within a couple days, everything's already known. The era of discovery is like a couple hours. And the next thing you know, everyone knows everything and everyone just copy pastes. Why? Because it's too easy to execute. Like every combo in this game is simple. It's so easy to do. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be hours and hours of practice and muscle memory and things to execute the good stuff. Now it's like, okay, everyone, here's what you do. Jumping attack, low attack, drive rush, low attack, special move, cancel into super, 60% damage. But anyone could do that combo, yeah. 60% damage. And now the round's over because they're stuck in the corner. Wow, that's fun. And again, it used to take a while to figure out that tech. Now it's like, it's known right away. So the only way I was going to get Alex to master was to do it at an accelerated rate. I tried to do it day one. It didn't work out. I actually made some big headway when I played him for like 90 minutes on Thursday stream after Crimson Desert. And I was like, this is it. This is the big stream to do it. And then the game doesn't agree. It just will not give me good connections, right? It's just sad. Like, come on, man. One missed input. And the whole round is over every time. It's like, dude, you get tired of it. You don't want to play it anymore. So on top of me not being able to play Slay the Spire anymore because it's not working, I can't get an audience for it. Now the one chance to get this dude to master that I had is gone, all right? And you might say, well, can't you get him to master? Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to keep grinding with this character. I have other characters that I like more that I want to go back to. I want to play with Honda and see the new combo ability with his hands and see if he's much better. I want to try Lily and the new spacing with her Condor Spire, double dives, and her standing fierce apparently is good now, which it is shorter range, but it claps. It's like a boom, like a big counter hit, and it can lead to big
Nobody wanted to watch you play this last night. What on earth makes you think people want to listen to you talk about this shit, dude?
combos and moves. It's just so much better than it used to be. So these are things I want to practice, I want to mess with. I don't want to keep messing around with Alex. Alex is all right. I don't dislike the character, but the problem is everyone's playing him now, so now everyone's got his number. Everyone knows this character in and out within a week. It's like last night playing was so different than day one. Day one, no one knew what was going on. Now it's a week. Oh, everyone knows everything about this character. Can't even use a move. It's stuffed every time. Like, oh my God, seriously. So, yeah, frustrating day yesterday, but that's what I mean. Like, I want to bounce back. Okay, I do. I want to bounce back, and I want to have a good chill day today. And already we're on track. If you haven't noticed, people are actually behaving today, which is good. I want to say thank you to everyone who's on both sides of the stream here, who are actually being nice and rational and calm and acting normal. I appreciate that. Because, yeah, last night really tilted me, really pissed me off. And I appreciate that very, very much. Okay?
Well, there you go. You got a few bucks. Maybe you'll feel better about yourself. Even Flo, thank you for the 2. I appreciate you. It's just, Ooh, girl, try again. It's this easy, Phil. Just be entertaining. I'm sorry. I forgot how to fucking English for a minute. My bad. Silent Weapons, I appreciate the 5, honey. This is all a sadvertisement for a big tip today. Then he'll be back to I'm successful and you're back to the I'm successful and you're jealous spiel. I'm going to go over here and try to relearn English. My bad.
Thank you for not being
He's talking better than I am right now. Jesus Christ.
jerks this morning as I talk this out and we calmly discuss it instead of me crashing out again, okay?
Cammy Master, I played you last night and won. No lag on my side.
Okay. No, see, I've already said that a million times. I don't play Street Fighter 6 enough anymore to be good at it. How was I really good at Street Fighter 6 when it first came out? Because I played it all the time. It was a hot new release and everyone wanted to see this game tons a week, right? I was playing it 3, 4, 5 streams a week. So I was messing with different characters. I had the tech down. Now I barely play it. 2 hours a week sometimes, 4 hours at most, is not enough to hang in a competitive game in any realm. It doesn't matter if it's an FPS, if it's an MMO, strategy style game like League of Legends, whatever you're playing, fighting game, it doesn't matter. 2 to 4 hours a week is not enough, okay? I would have to be playing this game a lot more, and I can't. I'm playing variety, right? I'm doing a variety of stuff, and when I balance that stuff, I don't have enough time to invest in Street Fighter. If I played Street Fighter more right now, it wouldn't do so well. Just being honest, okay? So anyway, yeah, that's part of the factor here. Sure, if I try-harded Alex all week, he would have been master second day I played him. Seriously, I would have had him master Wednesday last week, for sure, 100%. But I would have had to play him nonstop for like 2 days, and I would have done it. That's not me. I'm a variety creator now. Not everyone cares about fighting games all the time. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's do some shout-outs. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about the schedule change for Friday. Let's talk about this Nintendo news, all right? So let's get started here. It looks like we got some tips. We got other stuff. All right, so we got Lance Catamaran. Gifted a sub on Kick. Thank you to Lance. That's our first sub of the day.
It looks like he's trying to wrap it up here and move on, so we'll see.
Oops. There we go. JC3DX did a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Let's get you on the leaderboard for a generous contribution.
Jet, thanks for the 2, honey. I appreciate you. You think Phil will ever come to reality? I think he's more self-aware than he lets on. There's quite a bit of denial there, but nah, he's just going to keep doing this for the most part.
And he says, I don't know how you manage to pull out positive content every week with these vicious people trolling you. I appreciate it. Are we going to get the legendary return of Dick Lightning in Dark Souls 2 anytime soon? If I was going to play a Dark Souls coming up,
He's going back to Crimson Desert on Friday.
it'd be Dark Souls 2. That's the one that I haven't played in the longest now. So I don't know. Definitely would be PC version. We'd definitely do some mods, like at least visually make it look better. Like I said, I personally would maybe like to do a run that changes the game, that makes it feel like a brand new game. And I've heard that both Dark Souls 2 and 3 have...
Surprised he's not doing Pokemon. I think it's the only thing right now that's really making him any money. Oh, there you go. I got to get this one. Look at that. Look at that snarl. Like a nasty dog.
Extensive mods that you can actually add to the game to completely change it from the ground up and make it feel like a new experience. That would be really cool. Like, that's what I think I would like to do. Unless you guys disagree and just want to see me do Dark Souls 2 again. I've already done the regular and Scholar of the First Sin version, so... You know, and then again, it certainly hasn't been very long, or it has been very long since I played it. Like, I can't remember the last time I played Dark Souls 2. I will actually wonder.
Oh, we have to sit here while you
So my
look this
Scholar
up?
of the First Sin playthrough,
Who
if
cares?
I were to play Dark Souls again, it would be Dark Souls 2, I think. Now, I don't know if I would just play it again normally, or if we would... No, now
Who cares? Move on.
We've got, well, the new Life is Strange game, which no one seems to be interested in. Luna,
No
thank you for a
cares.
$10 super chat. Kind of wild how chat tries to escalate instead of chill. You kept more composure than most would, and I hope you have a better day today. Thank you.
That's not true. He kept more composure than most? What? No, that's not a thing that happened. That's a thing you made up.
I appreciate it. Like I said, the chat seems to be completely under control today. Maybe people are actually listening to reason and trying to be nicer, because last night was insane, and actually people seem to be pretty good right now. Guys, you understand the difference? I'm not talking about the YouTube side, because there are some trolls on the YouTube side, but on the Kick side, you guys see the difference here? Like, I don't mind you guys just sitting there talking, chilling. Even if you're making fun, it's fine. Just don't ruin the chat for people who want to be positive people, okay? Let them talk. Give them some fucking space to breathe.
He knows the crash outs give detractors content. I don't think he could help himself. I really don't.
Okay. Let's see here. Cammy Master did a $2 super chat. Says, I played you last night and I won, no lag on my side. It's false because I didn't fight any Master players last night. So obviously you're full of shit. But thanks for $2. I actually did beat some Cammies last night, 2 or 3 of them actually, which was shocking. I think what it is that finally I'm getting a hold of a little bit of the matchup, and I'm stopping Cammy from being able to be in my face constantly. As long as I keep her away, she can't do the stupid pattern bullshit. And I actually did pretty good against a couple Cammies, so. Okay.
You magically remember that you didn't fight any masters? That's weird.
Shadow My Sonic, thank you for $5. Will you be playing the new Life is Strange game in the future? I think I just answered that. Like, I'm not opposed to it, but let's be honest. Life is Strange has changed dramatically from what it started as, right? Life is Strange originally was supposed to be almost like a sci-fi thriller.
No one cares.
Because now they're making another one, and it's like, oh, this is just a story.
No one cares.
So,
No one cares. Move
anyway,
on.
so, you know, it's probably a no for now, unless people really want me to, okay? And then Shadow My Sonic did another $5 super chat. I never played a turn-based RPG. Which game would you recommend as a first-time player? Oh, man. There's so many turn-based RPGs. That might be a better question for the chat, because I sadly just don't get to play them as often as I'd like, because they don't really work that well on stream. They just don't. Most of the time when I play turn-based RPGs, it's really hard to retain an audience.
Adam, thanks for the 2, honey. I appreciate you. Help. People typing on the internet are hurting me. Right. Like, just unplug and go outside, my dude.
I know I've missed out. Like, for example, isn't Octopath Traveler 1, 2, and don't they have another one now? Aren't those really good turn-based RPGs
I wouldn't mind Cammy in my face, but that's just me. Nice.
that have done well in the last several years?
Blah, 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 blah. Who
Gangbusters.
cares?
Expedition 33, which is turn-based,
Blah, blah, blah.
you know? And it would be a lot of grinding. It would be a lot of practice in training mode rather than even playing humans. It would be me training to get the motions down and everything. It's never going to work. It's just never going to work. It's not content for streaming. You know what I mean? And I don't have the time off stream to learn it. So I can't. I'm not getting any leverless. There's no point. Okay. What's going on? Let's see. King Michael, how are you? Good to see you, man. Game Boy, how are you? All right, let's talk about the schedule, and let's do some of this Nintendo news before we open it up to Q&A, okay? So, in light of everything that's going on recently, me trying out Crimson Desert last Thursday, played it all day, hated the combat, dropped the game. This prompted a huge group of people on the internet to have the same opinion. I'm not saying that I'm the one that caused it. I'm saying that I was in like mind with many people. Many people said, man, this game needs to be fixed or patched. The combat is just not good. So the makers of Crimson Desert have responded directly and said, we acknowledge the complaint, and we're going to try to fix it. And they dropped patches over the course of the week that changed the experience. From what people are saying, okay, apparently, hold on. Excuse me. From what people are saying, apparently Crimson Desert has gotten a major patch yesterday that has changed the combat of the game. That the combat feels more responsive. That the combat now has been eased up a bit for the boss fights. That the boss fights are not
Winning. Thank you for the 2. Greetings, shareholders. Our Q1 is tanking. Contribute.
as grueling to win anymore. That's a good thing. Because that makes the game more accessible and more appealing to the common gamer who doesn't want to basically redesign the fucking wheel to play a video game. Which is basically how they made it originally, you know? Like, gee, we made a game that's not really for gamers, and we wonder why gamers are complaining about it. Again, there were entire content creators making video essays on how to play Crimson Desert. That's bad. You understand? If you can't just boot the game up and play it and like it, if you need to study like an encyclopedia to learn how to play the game, that's fucking terrible. That means you failed as a game developer. You didn't make the game fun or accessible for the common gamer, and that's why people were so pissed, okay? So they apparently now have updated it, all right? And already people are asking me, do you want, will you check it out? Do you want to check it out again? So what we'll do on Friday for the daytime stream, we will return to Crimson Desert. We will mess around with it further. All right, we'll do a one-off stream to test it and see if it's better. Is it worth our time to try to go back and do a full playthrough or not?
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't know. Okay? I don't know what's going to happen here. First of all, I didn't say it failed. You love these idiots. He says, if it failed, how did it sell 3 million copies? Did I say it failed? No, I said people criticized it and says that the combat is bad. I didn't say it failed. You're an idiot. And by the way, it sold 2 million on launch day. Launch day. Those are pre-orders. You understand? 1 million other people then bought it, so that's good. But it didn't sell 3 million copies in 2 days after the fact. It sold 2 million copies on day 1. So you're a moron.
Ooh,
okay.
He's very snappy and defensive.
So, on Friday, I'll be doing a second stream of Crimson Desert. What I plan to do is further explore the game, right? Let's keep doing missions. Let's explore. Let's see what we can find. And yes, eventually, by the end of the stream, I want to return back to that boss and see if I can figure out how to beat them. At this point, I've now been told like 5 ways to beat this guy. One person's like, you got to level up the palm strike to level 3, and you could stun lock, and he's stupid. He just died. He's like,
wow, it's amazing what happens when you just slow down and don't fly off the handle like a lunatic and think about things and go, okay, I was just getting too heated. Let me cool off and come back. Wow, it's amazing.
super easy to beat. Another person's like, well, you can use the sword to reflect the light off the sword, and it stuns him when he goes to go underground, and it makes the fight super trivial. It's like, that's great. When did
I'm not listening to all this again.
So let's see
Sorry,
what
I'm
happens.
just not.
Trying to position my chair right. Let's see what happens on Friday when I play Crimson Desert a second time. I'm calling it the second look stream. All right, where now they've patched it, and maybe the game's better. We'll see. All right, let's find out on Friday. Okay. Now, does that mean that I'm playing it again? No, we're not committing to anything. I just want to try it. If
Raven, thank you for the 2. Everything he said about the patch is wrong. GG DSP.
I play it again and I have a good time, on the stream, then yeah, I'd probably play it more next week. If I play it and it sucks, then I'm not going to play it again. If I play it again and it's just kind of mediocre, then I probably still won't play it again.
Hi, and thank you for the 220. Phil got his money, so back to business as usual.
And you know what I mean? Like, I want to see if a game like this is worth my time. And if it really is so super lengthy, do I want to commit that level of time? I don't know.
Kat should be embarrassed by her husband's actions. She probably is.
So I guess we'll see, right? And for the record, I'm going to go into it cold. I'm not going to go study videos on how to beat certain bosses so I can cheese the game and shit. I'm going to try to play it as if I'm a game.
No, now everyone knows that you act like a whiny little child, so they'll just hold your hand through it.
Has multiple combo pass into hands, even after jabs. And that's crazy. You used to have that. After jabs, you could just do headbutt, and that was it. Ends the combo. Doesn't really push to the corner. Didn't really help that much. Now, if I can catch with jabs, apparently I can go right into a big hands combo. That will change. That will make Honda significantly better. So, let's see how it goes. Friday night, let's see how it goes Friday day. I think Friday will be a very good streaming day, just on curiosity's sake. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. What is this? I never signed up for that. Why am I subscribed to that garbage? Get that out of here. Okay. So someone has tipped me $3, and they asked the following question. From an anonymous tipper, I've been thinking of doing a dopamine detox for myself, and it led me to think, when was the last time that Phil actually went more than 2 days without playing a video game or a mobile game? Do you ever feel the urge to go offline for a while? Oh, yeah, I would say sometimes you can get burned out, right? You can. Especially when, like I said, my entire job is to sit here and entertain an audience, mostly with video games. Now, obviously, there's sometimes it's not. For example, right now I'm not playing video games. I'm just hanging out with you guys and talking, right? And a lot of people like that content. They like the chill content, the interactivity. I do too. I really enjoy just hanging out with an audience and having conversational tone. But sometimes, you do feel more burnt out, correct? But the good news is, because I'm a variety streamer and I play a variety of games, I don't usually get burnt out on anything particularly, right?
Oh, yes, he does. The lie detector test determined that shit's a lie. Adam, thank you for the 2. Did he read the patch notes? Also, can he read? No.
Right. If I were playing Street Fighter nonstop for the last week to master Alex like these tryhards do in the FGC, I would hate fighting games. I'm serious. Like, I would be so burnt out right now.
Oh, shut up.
Ever since I
Baloney, thank you for the 220. God, my grandpa is in his 70s and looks better than Phil. Oh my goodness.
became a YouTuber, right? Ever since I became a YouTuber.
JP, appreciate the 5. Thank you. I'm new to your channel. Second stream I've been in. Have you ever personally interacted with Dill? I have never. No, I haven't been in his chat talking, or I'm not a former fan or anything like that. I don't go in the kick. No, I've had no interaction. Appreciate it, Johnny. Thank you.
Way back in the day. That's been it. And that was what, 18 years ago? I mean, even before I was doing this for a living, making money doing it, I was doing it grinding away as a hobby. I would work a 9-to-5 job, come home, and then play games for 2-3 hours and upload the footage. So yeah, it's pretty crazy to think it's been almost 20 straight years where I play games almost nonstop without interruption or a break. But do I get burnt out? Luckily, no. Luckily, no. I would get burnt out if I just played the same kind of game over and over, but there's enough variety in gaming and the way that I cover it. There's enough variety that I don't.
He's going to really drag this out because he's playing Dragon Quest 7 or whatever it is. And those streams don't do very well. So I'm assuming he's going to try to get every dollar he can off of this not cast.
Get tired. And that's a good thing,
Toxie hasn't touched the poop yet. No, I'm not really interested in interacting with him. He's just funny. He's just funny to make fun of. I don't know. That's all. I don't really get extracurricular with it. It's just funny.
Rose Diamonds asked, seems like near the end of Resident Evil 9, you were feeling a little burnout, but that consecutive playthrough was overall good for the channel, so do you think you'd ever do it again? To be honest, that was the best way to cover it, because I didn't want to have that playthrough lingering 2-3 weeks, because I knew the game was shorter. If that game was 40 hours long, I never would have done it. I would have played it for 2 days, and then I would have stopped and alternated, but knowing that the game was under 20 hours, and I knew that I could basically beat it in a week if I played the crap out of it, that's why I did that.
He played the crap out of it because he knew it would make him a lot of money, and it did, and he milked it for all he could. The only reason why he wrapped it up half as quickly as he did was because people started shitting on him for taking so long to beat the game.
You're absolutely right. By the end of the playthrough, I'm getting burned out, because I'm playing the same kind of game every day. I'm getting tired of the same formula.
Because you played a 10 to 12 hour game for 25 hours, sir. You milked RE9 as long as you could, and everybody knows it.
Variety, and I wasn't, basically,
It's a nice way to sum it up. It's a fun community where we can come together. Yeah, you get your ticket to the circus, you laugh at the clown, you eat some popcorn, and then you go home and do your thing, whatever.
In a situation where I was having fun with it anymore because it was too much of the same. So, no, I think
Chiba, thank you for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. Here's a robust message for a robust detractor. I also appreciate the influx of vids on the channel. Big ups. Yeah, I think a lot of people are happy that I have gone back to making some videos, and making the videos is just so much fun. Streaming is too, but making the videos are still good too, because I can like edit in all the clips and stuff like that and attempt to make it kind of funny.
it's fine. I don't think it's a big... I think that moving forward, if there's a shorter game, could I play it nonstop?
RE9 didn't save the business. Leon could only do so much. I mean, it is Leon the sex Kennedy, but I mean, one man can only do so much.
Get it done relatively quickly? Sure. But it has to be a game that would also have that demand. Resident Evil 9 is kind of an exception, where it's a high-priority AAA game that people trusted to be good because it's Capcom, and Capcom hasn't screwed up Resident Evil in many years. People were hyped for it in a short... if I didn't play it the accelerated way I did, it wouldn't have done as good. You know what I mean? It wouldn't. It would...
Accelerated? You did like 8 streams of that game.
Would have had way less views. It would have been like, what took you so long? So I'm glad that I played it at the accelerated rate, right? So would I consider doing that in the future? In rare cases for big priority game...
Trade popcorn for Sour Patch Kids? Absolutely. Of course you can.
Or high-profile games. GTA 6, dude, when that game comes out, I'm playing the crap out of it. You know what I mean? Like, when GTA 6 comes out, I'll be...
Movie sign, thank you for the 5. I don't think I'd want to meet him either. I feel like I'd just start laughing uncontrollably in his face.
Playing it entire days, not nonstop, but, I probably will do a whole day of GTA 6, right? And then alternate with other things, but maybe, giant chunks. That's what everyone's going to want to see.
I'm on my 3rd run of RE9 at 25 hours. I can't fathom how it took Phil that long. I beat it in 3 days. I think the first time I beat it, I think my time was... Like, I did go kind of slow. I really wanted to enjoy it, so I fumbled around a little bit. I won't, lie. I think my time was, like, just under 12 hours, so...
We're going to want content of that nonstop, right? So, but we'll see. Moving forward, what games warrant it, what games don't. I just don't think many games warrant it, and I do think that if I play something too much, people get burnt out on it and don't care. Like, take a look at the final stream. The final 2 streams of Resident Evil didn't do well. They didn't. The last 2...
No, he didn't hit the non-goal on the final. The finale of fucking Requiem, he did not hit the non-goal.
2 streams that I did of Resident Evil 9 had low attendance, low engagement, and low support. People were tired. They were like, dude, you played too much of this game. Like, what do you want me to do? The fuck?
No, it wasn't because you played too much of the game. It was like 10 days after the game had already come out. I pre-ordered it. I played it the day it came out. I believe it was a Friday. I beat it on Sunday. Sir. Like... World record in RE9 is an hour and a half. Did it go down again? Last I checked, world record was hour 48. Hour 48 or 38? I think it was hour 48:55. And my fastest time was either 2:11 or I know it ended in a 1. Was it 2:11, 2:21, something like that? At one point, I think I was like 32 minutes or something like off of world record. And then I was just like, okay, like you can't, like just stop. Don't try because you can't. And then I just moved on. Did someone get it down to 90 minutes? Fuck, man. That's crazy. Darkside Ranner, thank you for the 5. Phil, if that was you playing a game in an accelerated way, man, I've never seen you play a game slowly.
Game, I played as much as I could, Soul at 2 a.m. Thanks for a $5 super chat. How long was it between your last full regular stream in Connecticut and your first full regular stream in Washington? I don't remember, but again, that's something you can easily figure out by searching this channel. If you remember what happened. So...
I don't know, but go look around on my channel and find out. Great answer, guy.
At most, it was probably a week, I had to wait for the stuff to arrive. The movers had to move it across the country, unpack, hook it up, and then I was streaming again. So... Okay. Folks, we have 2 news stories that I would like to cover today. Okay, in regards to Nintendo. Let's talk about them right now before I forget. Okay, ready? So,
okay.
Here it is. Shy Cat Jasper finally meows live on stream. No, that's not the story. I didn't have the right tab open. You ready? So, this news story hit about 2 days ago. I forgot to talk about it yesterday. Well, actually, I really didn't have time. Nintendo has cut Switch 2 output by over 30% based on weak
He was too busy crashing out about Fortnite.
United States sales. Now, this is just based on the United States. People are actually wondering.
I'm trying to get under 4 hours for that trophy. Trying to get under 4 hours, you have to... The thing that was taking me the most possible spoilers, if you haven't played RE9, I'm sorry, just a heads up. It took me so long to get out of the care center. That was the problem that I kept having, was it was taking me so much time. I could do at Raccoon City okay, police department okay, and then once you get into ARC and everything like that part, like I was getting good time on, but fuck, for some reason, and I don't really know like what my hang up is, but I really had to go through the care center a few times, getting everything like upgraded and infinite and everything. Certainly, of course, you know, it made it a lot easier. But yeah, it was taking me, you really need to be able to blow through care center in less than an hour. You really do. I don't. And it takes a few tries for a lot of people. So
if this also applies to
if I spoiled anything, I'm terribly sorry.
worldwide or not. But here's the story, okay? Nintendo is cutting back the production of the Switch 2. The demand has essentially not reached the levels that they expected through the holiday season, okay? They originally were going to make 6 million units, but they've now cut that down to 4 million, okay? And they said it's going to continue through April, and they're going to see what happens. After they made a record-setting debut in June, the sales of the Switch 2 failed to meet Nintendo management's high expectations. Demand for a lower price but unprofitable variant in Japan has remained strong, and sales in the US haven't met with similar continued success, okay? Their shares fell on the announcement by 6.3%, okay? So here's the thing, and if you read it, the hardware shortfall in its first year during its big holiday season is awful news, said a Japan equity strategist. Clearly the software lineup has been poor, at least until most recently with Pokemon showing some hope. So
I don't particularly care about what you're talking about. Sorry, folks, if you want to hear his news stories about how he's undoubtedly shitting on Nintendo because he has a like hatred boner for Nintendo.
putting out the box, packaging it, wrapping it, the logistics of shipping that physically to stores is costly. And they, up to now, have not been charging any more for the
I think I saw the trailer for this, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I thought it was, I think if I remember right, if this is what I think it was, I thought this was really cute.
physical edition than they have been for simply downloading the game digitally over the internet, which is pretty much free. Once you have the Nintendo shop in place, it's going to run itself essentially, and there's no logistical cost involved. It's just get it all on the internet, right? In fact, to be honest, here's the funny part. If you spend money to buy the physical copy of this game, the company you spent money with is responsible of getting the game to you, right? If they don't get it to you, you can file a dispute, you can try to get your money back, you complain. On a digital storefront,
Did Phil address and apologize for his childlike behavior? No, in fact, he told Kick Chat, he gave him a real dad speech. It was, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. It was very, very awesome. Nice and gold dusty.
you could buy, never download the game, never have access to it, but there's really nothing you can do. When you think about it, they have no responsibility whatsoever to make sure you ever get this game or play it. So they might just have people pissing away money buying games and never downloading or playing them. So yeah, I'm shocked it took this long. I thought years and years ago, when everything was pushing digital, that we would have had a pricing discrepancy. All right, now, herein lies the tricky part of this and how this can become a slippery slope. All right, this is the first game that they're doing it, and the digital is $60 and the physical is $70. Now, we've already been told by all of these game companies, new games should be $70. Price of development has increased. The games are lengthier, have more content. The regular price of a game should now be $70. So we're being programmed to think this is normal pricing, okay? So when I look at this, like, ooh, discount. If I get it digitally and I don't care about the physical copy, I save $10. That's the mentality I'm having right now, okay? However, this is the first game, okay? What's to stop Nintendo or any other game distributor, publisher, whatever, from saying, oh, well, the normal price of a game is $69.99. So the digital is $69.99, and if you want the physical, it's $79.99. Hasn't happened yet. Doesn't mean...
I mean, nothing really stops. I mean, if McDonald's wants to, they can charge $100 for a Big Mac. Like, these companies can do whatever they want. And again, because you're a human with a brain in your skull, you can choose if you're willing to pay that much or if you're not willing to pay that much. No one's twisting anyone's arm to go get a Big Mac from McDonald's or buy Yoshi and the Mysterious Book for the Nintendo Switch 2. No one's twisting anyone's arm to buy anything. Companies can charge whatever they feel is appropriate for the items. And again, you can either pay for it or you can choose to not pay for it. That choice is totally up to you, and it's true of everything. Goods, services, that's kind of what this is. It's kind of what this is all about here, sir. Vanguard, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. As I said in my stream, Phil playing once a week, which is 4 times a month. No, don't scroll away on me. No, come back. No, baby, come back. Hold on. Maybe I can get it on my other screen. Oh, balls. Hold on. As I said in my stream, Phil playing once a week, which is 4 times a month, is going to make the grind even harder. You were never good enough, you trash gamer. Oh, that got me. I appreciate you. And thanks for the 5, honey. Phil talking about more stuff he doesn't understand. It does, in fact, cost a lot of money to buy servers, keep them cool, and electricity plus staff.
It won't. And especially when other companies are now going to start doing this because Nintendo has begun. This means the floodgates are open. Sony, Microsoft, all third-party companies, they're all going to start doing it now, okay? Don't expect it to be a discount to get digital. Expect digital to be the full price and physical to be an extra premium on top of the full price. In fact,
Oh, aren't you just galaxy brained? You cracked the code.
$60 for the digital or $140 for collector's edition, and the collector's edition is the only way that you get physical. I feel like
What the hell happened? Hold up. Something happened. I don't know what it was. 3 minutes to skip juice anyway because he's still talking about this, so that's okay. It's him. I double checked. Oh, honey, I appreciate you. Big ups. Oh, geez, what else can go wrong for this saint of a man who has done everything correct? I know, he's having a hard time.
I don't know. Okay. We should be coming back right now, folks. I don't know what happened.
Oh, look at Raw Phil going over to the Kick Chat because he got knocked off YouTube. Absolute God's work, Raw Phil. Thank you.
YouTube literally doesn't say anything happened. So I
Okay.
have no clue. All we could try to do is try to, I'll tell everyone, new link, finish the show, see what happens. If it goes offline again, I could try one or two things, but I don't know what caused it.
I bet he got restricted again and made a new stream to evade restrictions. But what would he, I mean, I'm not trying to like be on his side, but I also do kind of like want to be fair. Like, what did he do? He wasn't, now I don't know what's correct.
Didn't go down on Kick. It was a
Give me 1
YouTube side
second,
only
y'all.
thing.
My bad.
Like, it's not my streaming software.
I just need 1 second. I know he's not really saying much. I'm sorry, but give me 1 second. My bad.
That's what I mean. It's not my streaming software. Even one other time, the entire time I streamed on YouTube, for some reason. I wasn't doing anything bad, as you could see. I was just doing a Nintendo story. Right? All right, so let's finish the story, okay?
Maybe Nintendo heard all the smack you were trying to talk about it.
This is going to be a text case to see what happens, because now that Nintendo is doing this dual pricing, I believe the market will also adapt and do the same thing. I believe that digital games will be one price and physical will be more expensive. And I feel this will leave the door open for game publishers to say, well, the standard price is 70, the physical will now be like 80, okay? But I also do feel that eventually, perhaps, they'll stop selling mass numbers of the physical. They'll make it like a premium edition, like collector's edition will be the only way that you can actually get the physical edition. Maybe I'm wrong. That's my speculation, okay? Let's see what happens
I think his OBS failed.
in the next 5 to 10 years in regards to that. Maybe I'm onto something. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But I feel like that was coming for a very long time. I feel like that was a situation where
Senor Chewy, thank you for the 5. When his stream went down, Phil wondered if he had to get a job and his life flashed before his eyes. Probably freaked out why he did. Oh no, look at his face. There you go. There's a good one. Look at that. There you go. He looks horrified.
eventually that was going to happen. Why on earth are they charging the same price for something that's digital and literally has no distribution costs at all versus a game that has to be physically produced on a disc, game loaded onto the disc, printed, put into a box, now packaging for the box, sealing it up, mailing it to stores, etc. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane amount of added cost, and they weren't accounting for that or trying to get any of that money back. And I don't know why. That's weird. So, okay. I got a few shout outs to do before we do a little bit of Q&A, and then we will get into our gameplay for today. So let's take a look here. I got a $2 tips. Listen to this. Someone says, remember, Baldur's Gate 3 also won Game of the Year a few years ago. That's correct. And that was another turn-based game. Yet Final Fantasy insists that turn-based is dead. That's what the creator of Final Fantasy 16 said in an interview. I don't want to say Square Enix because other studios in Square do turn-based like Octopath and Dragon Quest. It's bizarre, isn't it? Again, Final Fantasy used to be one of the top companies making turn-based games. Top. And then all of a sudden, it's like one day they just decided throw all that away, get rid of that reputation. Okay. Someone tipped $2 says,
I'm trying to get through this. Like, this shit's too long.
I preferred Life is Strange when it was a different protagonist with different unique powers every game. I like seeing gameplay variations. Now it's just Max and Chloe, Max and Chloe. The ones without them just didn't sell well, so it's just pushing Max and Chloe. Yeah, like remember, the original Life is Strange was written. You don't really have, how can I say? If it's not something that's mainstream believed, and maybe you don't necessarily have full evidence of what you're saying, but like if your experience is that, then is it really a conspiracy? Okay, for example, I'll give you an example.
Please don't. Please don't give us any examples.
Back in the day, I had beef with the people who ran Shoryuken.com and Evo. Okay, I did, 100%.
Oh, the music is terrible. I never in my life thought I would miss Absolute Dead Air, and I miss Absolute Dead Air.
And the weird part about it was, whenever I went to Evo, without fail, I would always end up in an insane killer bracket where matches would happen that would make it the hardest possible path for me to ever do anything. For example, the Evo that I placed best at, where I got 4th place in Super Turbo, I was placed into the black bracket of death. Okay, that bracket contained Bob Painter, Mike Watson, Jason Wilson. Who else? There was like 7 top Super Turbo players that were all in that bracket.
Don't all the top players go to the competition to fight the other top players? Isn't that where all the top bestest people go? To the big competitions against all the other bestest people? What?
And I beat them all in a row, like back to back to back to get to the finals. But why was I placed into that death bracket? Okay. Years later, I'm at Evo, and it was Evo West. Okay. And I was practicing, excuse me, not Evo West, I misspoke, Evo World. So this is the big one in Vegas. And everyone knows that I have been practicing Super Turbo with the Graham brothers, okay? These guys were brothers who were super good at Super Turbo. They were good with various different characters. And by playing against them, basically I leveled up a lot, and then they played against me, and they leveled up a lot against my characters, okay? So we kind of knew exactly how to play against each other because we'd been practicing a ton for the tournament. Time to start the tournament. Guess who's my first round opponent? One of the Graham brothers. Wait, what? What were the chances that the people who I have been practicing intensely with to get better at Super Turbo are my first round opponents in Super Turbo? And of course they...
Well, how many people went to this thing? Anyway, this is so stupid. Thanks for the 5, honey. I appreciate you. You want the finals to be the most exciting, so you put the top players with the jobbers, the losers, the fills.
They know how to play against me because we've been practicing. Right? That's what I mean. And then in another Evo, okay, my rival was always Tokido, and everyone knew that Tokido was one of the best Street Fighter players in the world, and everyone knew that this was the year that it was Street Fighter 2 Anniversary Edition, and the best character in that game is believed to be Champion Edition Bison. I had the best Champion Edition Bison in the United States, okay? I did. I was winning every tournament I ever entered with this character. I beat Justin Wong with him. I beat everyone with him, okay?
How come we never hear about these big wins? How come we only ever hear about 4th place at Evo? What did you win?
Guess who?
From what I understand from some of the documentaries that were made about you, a lot of them you entered and you didn't even place.
My big opponent is in the tournament, Tokido. Guess who Tokido's using? Champion Edition Bison. And he's slightly better than me, right? I literally could have coasted to the finals in that tournament if I didn't face Tokido so early in the tournament. It was ridiculous. And this happened almost every Evo, where just by complete chance, it happens to be the absolute worst case situation for me, where I'm fighting the one matchup that I'm going to lose. Every Evo. Now, you could say,
Just kind of sounds like everybody was better than you.
well, that's a conspiracy theory. Well, you're right. Do I have distinct evidence that the people who ran Evo, you know, the Cannon brothers, Mr. Wizard, etc., do I have distinct evidence that they rigged the brackets to screw me? No, I don't. I don't have any evidence of that at all. I'm not privy to a conversation. I don't see it in writing anywhere. I don't. But here's what I know. I was an asshole in the Street Fighter community. Besides my close personal friends from the East Coast who I played with, traveled with, etc., no one really liked me because I was an online dickhead, constantly talking shit, constantly causing problems for people in online forums. Not offline. Offline, I was a nice guy. But online, I was the world's biggest asshole. I caused problems for the guys at SRK, and you know what I mean? I did. So, if you were to fuck with someone, who would you fuck with? Me. And it just so happens that it seemed to happen all the time whenever I was at Evo. All right? But at the very same time, okay?
Senor Chewy, thank you for the 5. Would have been hilarious if the tournament organizers heard about the parking lot story and matched Phil with Jaha.
At the very same time, I usually performed pretty well regardless of the situation or the circumstance. Usually I would overcome, and I would, like that black bracket of death, I beat everyone in it and made it to the top of that tournament and got 4th place with 3 Japanese players above me. I was the highest ranking American that year at Evo. Okay, so usually
Aw, he's having a hard day. He's got to tell the story about the best day of his life. Maybe it'll make him feel better. He's got to tell the story about the one day when he was maybe kind of sort of good at some point at a busted game nobody played.
I would persevere, but it was always like I had to have the absolute most challenging path to that. It was never easy. You know what I mean? It was like, damn, it's like climbing the mountain. I don't have the gear.
That's what the championship thingies do. Yeah, it's the hardest
To do it, but I still got to do it somehow. So I'm doing it with my bare hands and they're bleeding. But I would, you know, but everyone else had the cushy way to do it. Never ever.
Vanguard, thank you for the 2. Nice offline big X to down bullshit. Oh my goodness. Fatal, thank you for the 3. You could fill a semi with all this salt today. I'm telling you, he needs to tell stories about the 20 years ago, you guys, when he was popular and relevant, maybe.
Did I go to a tournament and get a bye because I'm a known player? Never did I get a float or, hey, I don't want to play this guy because I know him. Float me to the other side of the bracket. Never would happen for me. I would never get preferential treatment. You know what I'm saying? And there were a lot of players who always used to get that preferential treatment. 100%. They would show up late to a tournament but somehow not be disqualified. They would be floated away from everyone in the bracket who plays near them.
As soon as I find the next person I want to leech off of for a little bit of clout and some do-re-mi.
I have been to Universal Studios, both of them in the United States. I've
Both.
never formally been to Disneyland. I was there for like an hour one day with a free ticket and just walked around and left. Didn't get to do anything.
Hi, and thank you for the 220. Just a good old victim complex.
The heavy
Phil.
price tags justified. I don't know what the price tags are today. I don't know.
I don't go places and do things. How would I know what anything costs?
When I went to Universal, I don't know what the cost was when I was a kid. When I went 13 years ago, I don't even remember anymore. Maybe it was 14 years ago. I paid for the express pass, which meant you don't have to wait in the standard line. You basically wait in a very shortened line, but you pay way more money for it. That was worth it because I was able to get on multiple things that I liked more. Like I went on the Simpsons ride multiple times. I went on the Spider-Man ride multiple times.
Darwining, thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. Normal people's best day big event that defines their life. Phil, I pressed buttons, good, on dead game and didn't even podium. His best day.
And if I hadn't had the express pass, like,
I think that's probably like his most favoritist story to tell, you know? The day that you met the woman you were going to marry? No. The moment you realized you were going to marry her? Maybe no. The day you got married? The day you, I don't know, bought that house that you live in or, you know, whatever? Nope. The day I placed fourth at Evo.
I wouldn't have been able to do it because the lines were long, you know? But I don't remember what the cost was.
Ghost Viper, I appreciate the 5. So basically, he had detractors before he went full streamer in YouTube. Yikes, how terrible do you have to be for that to happen? Well, his whole shtick is that he was the heel on purpose, you know? The whole community needed a villain, you know, an asshole. So that was what he did because that was what the community needed. Now, the dude's just a dickhead. That's just what it is.
Jay Kuma, I heard that there's an Xbox third-party showcase tomorrow. I did hear that. So likely what'll happen is,
Likely what'll happen is I'm going to press this little live button down here and skip this.
yes, and
Skip-a-rooney.
they lost because that didn't win in fighting games back then. It was a bad strategy. In Street Fighter 6, it's actually a good strategy. I'm playing Crimson Desert on Friday's daytime stream. You must have missed earlier on in the show. I made that announcement. I will
Fourth is the new first.
be doing it as the
That's
daytime
funny.
stream on Friday, and we'll see how it goes.
I agree. He's just naturally an unlikable asshole. He's very cynical. He's very depressing. He's very negative. Yeah, he's just an asshole. I don't think there's ever been a time in his life, really, when he hasn't acted pretty much just like this.
How many Evo Worlds did I win? None.
Wah, wah.
How many times did I fight Domdai during that year? Domdai wasn't a tournament player at that time, I don't think. Domdai started becoming very prominent around the time of Street Fighter 4. That's when he started playing heavily and getting really good at Super Turbo and placing in tournaments and stuff. So that was after. You're talking, you know, mid-2000s, like 2005, 6, 7. That was the era that I was really good. No, I never did the Guile reset.
He did quit Crimson Desert, and I don't really know why he's going to play it again. Supposedly it's different now. I think he got his hand held, but
In World Warrior. I'm aware of it, and I know how it works,
everyone basically told him how to beat the boss, so now he's going to go back and try again, I guess.
but I never used it. Okay. All right, I think it's time to end. It looks like the stream is steady, right? No problems. So my apologies that the stream just ended like that. It does seem like it was a YouTube side issue.
Nobody cares anymore, dude. We're all past that now, except for you. I know you're really, really worried about it. Adam, thanks for the 10. I appreciate you very much. Is he aware? No one knows who he is. They're not planning screwing him over. His ego is the same size as Jupiter. It's amazing it fits in that room, let alone his house. His power level, negative 9,000.
Just for the sake of completeness, let me check one last time before we end the show. But it looks like it had nothing to do with me.
Oh, great. Now you made him all paranoid again.
Nothing negative has happened. I'm broadcasting fine, no problems. I legit have no clue what happened with that stream at all. That's just weird. But someone said that apparently that also happened to someone else earlier today. So maybe YouTube is having technical issues today. That streams are going down right in the middle, which sucks, obviously. You don't want that to happen, but what can you do?
You
All right,
move along
folks.
with life, sir.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching the DSP Morning Show. Sorry it went late. It shouldn't have gone 90 minutes today. But
But I really had to have that whole therapy session and cry and whine about my feelings.
we had technical issues that extended the length of the show.
No, you needed to cry and whine and have your therapy for an hour. The technical issue took like 3 minutes.
I hope that you enjoyed it. We'll be back tomorrow to recap everything that went down today. And should be another chill day tomorrow coming up. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you then. Okay, so 2 quick things. All right, I have to pee, and we got to set up for Dragon Quest. But now it's weird, because normally I'd be starting at 12:30. So I want to check with my wife and see what's going on because we're going to go on a break at some point. It's either going to be an hour or right now. But I actually want to see what's going on. Let me get set up for Dragon Quest.
Right. Wasn't that a great morning show? It's 4:00 on the East Coasty side of things over here on the other side of the country from Philipper.
Okay. There's weird stuff going on with
Odds on Dragon Quest hitting the non-goal, 0. Unless the only way I could see Dragon Quest hitting the non-goal today is if he just continues to cry and whine, although it really wasn't working for him. He's at $53. Jai Hayes might, whatever the fuck his name is, might come out of the woodwork, or some other dent. I don't know. We might get a fake Rooney tip or something like that. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he did really well because he's been crying and whining like he is, but it would definitely not be because of Dragon Quest or his gameplay. But that's true of like every day. So if no one feels sorry for him, there's no fucking shot that this hits the non-goal. My opinion, for what it's worth, which is nothing, because I'm just another asshole on the internet.
technical stuff recently. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's get set up here.
Oh boy. Anon or Jay Hayes, otherwise no chance. I agree. Oh geez, you don't get that close to me. Ugh.
Yeah.
Bet on NDO making an appearance. He was here not long ago. Toxie's stream would level up if she just announces when she has to relieve herself. Usually I don't. I'm not diabetic. I don't on days when I'm thinking about streaming or I know that I'm going to stream or something like that, I only have 1 cup of coffee. I don't sit around and drink like soda or water or whatever it is like all day. I don't, because I don't want to have to run away all the time. Because that's what you do when you are like planning on doing something. You adjust, as everybody knows, because we have regular things that we do. We, don't have that luxury where we can get up and go take a piss whenever we want. He looks so very confused.
I have played him.
People usually have a cutaway. When he gets done with the podcast, he has a whole outro. He doesn't have an outro. Remember, even though he went till 1:00, this was not supposed to be a podcast. I knew he was going to cry and whine so much. I knew it was going to go this long, but it wasn't supposed to be this long.
Memos before. Yes, I have. Indeed. City of Heroes, City of Villains was the one that I played the longest. Although I did play World.
If anything, I do go like get up while I'm streaming. I go to my kitchen and get something to drink. Sometimes I don't even say anything because I'm gone like 20 seconds or something like that. So sometimes I don't even say anything. I just get up and leave and come back.
The Warcraft twice, 2 different time periods.
What is this music? That AI garbage that he's got.
Okay.
I typically don't announce when I like have to do. I don't know. I try not to walk away too much because that's so rude. Hello,
Oh, let's
sir?
see.
Oh, well, this shit's fucking DOA anyway. He's going to go and fuck off and take a break. And I cannot watch him. If he was going to play Pokemon, I'd hang out and make fun of him, play Pokemon. I can't handle this. Pokemon's bad enough. This is even worse. Not that the game is bad, but just he can't just no. Like, no pulling Hogan's on your bathroom break. No, I don't have to take my phone with me to the bathroom. I can get up and go without the phone. So I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Thank you very much. We'll see how today goes, depending on the level of crash out, saltiness or not. Maybe some videos, maybe another stream tomorrow. I try not to put out too much when I feel like he's boring. It's like it wastes a lot of everyone's time. So big ups. I appreciate everybody. If you haven't subbed to my channel, I invite you to do that. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm not your mom. I don't get to tell you what to do. Be safe. Big ups. And as always, stay toxic, my friends.